Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to our Islamic session. Children, we are doing Unit A, Chapter 3. The Universe Speaks Tawheed. In the last session, we have learned the subtopic A World of Harmony. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created everything in a perfect and proper balance and harmony. That is, everything, all the creation is in agreement with each other. In today's session, we will learn the signs of the one great God. Means how every creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala portrays that it has been created by only one God, the Almighty Allah. Let's begin. The first point in this is the miracles of the brain. Scatter puzzle pieces on the floor and suppose they are the entire knowledge about the world. We need to scatter some puzzle pieces and consider that it is the complete knowledge about the universe. Everything comes under it: maths, history, geography, science, physics, and so on. For instance, let some pieces represent light, some represent colors, and let others represent sound. Now take these pieces one by one and start reassembling them to form the picture. What you can do with the puzzle is a matter of minutes. Means rearranging the puzzle, putting the puzzle in the correct order is a matter of minutes. It takes time. But the same thing is done hundreds of times in 1 second by your brain, which works by the inspiration of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How incredibly it works. Just imagine. Do you wonder how? The brain collects the information received from your eyes, ears, nose, skin, your five sensory organs, your mouth, etc., and interprets it. Means it receives the information and it interprets it, that is, it explains the meaning of the information or actions. Now, what makes this interpretation, that is, this explanation, is a collection of 100 billion nerve cells in your brain. These cells operate continuously, means they function without any break, and enables you to see the color of apples you eat, to recognize the voice of your best friend, and to perceive the smell of the chocolate. Means whatever you can see, you can smell, you can taste, you can feel is done by the functioning of the nerve cells in your brain. And this is done hundreds of times in a second. Isn't it? As soon as you see something, it does not take even a second to identify its shape, color. The brain consists of nerve cells which cannot be seen with the naked eye. They are so tiny that you cannot see with your naked eye. It can only be seen under a microscope. Do you think nerve cells can see your favorite toy or taste the flavor of a chocolate ice cream? Yes. Is it possible that the nerve cells can see and taste? Certainly not. In fact, they help us to carry out these functions, that is, seeing, hearing, smelling, and so on. That is because nerve cells are composed of fine pieces of flesh. That's why there must be another being with supreme power that created the wonderful world. Now, the main criterion behind studying this, is that the creation of everything is done by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the creator of everything. He is Allah, the possessor of everything. He created everything perfectly and presents each of us a beautiful life. Just imagine if we didn't have the ability to see, or the ability to hear, or to feel, how our life would have been. So what we should do in return for the countless blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that are bestowed upon us. We should be grateful to Him. We should thank Him and honor Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the abilities of hearing, seeing, smelling, and other senses and powers. Apart from the senses, there are so many powers. We possess so many powers. By the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are able to walk, we are able to talk, we are able to move, we are able to sleep, we are able to work. So these are all the blessings given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us. So He has told us to obey His commands and orders, worship Him, and appreciate Him for all the gifts He bestowed upon us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Mu'minun, "It is He who has created hearing, sight, and hearts for you. What little thanks you show." It means He is the one, Allah is the one who raised for you, He elevated for you the ability to hear, the ability to see, and He created the hearts that can make sound decisions. A strong heart, overwhelmed heart. But how little we thank. We are not thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His creation. And the next point is ears without any crackle. Crackle is a sound. It's a sizzling sound. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Nahl, "And Allah has brought you out from the womb of your mother. You did not know anything, and He gave you hearing and sight and hearts that you may be thankful. You may give Him thanks." Now, what do we understand from this verse? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has brought all of us from the bellies of our mother, and when you came out, you knew nothing. We didn't know anything. We had no knowledge. And He installed the ability for you to hear, to see, and the strongest hearts, the passionate hearts, so that we become thankful to Him. We become grateful to Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created our ears perfectly just like our eyes. In fact, He has created every part, every organ of the human body in the most perfect way. Imagine a stereo, for instance. For example, just imagine a sound system. What is a stereo? A sound system. Even if you turn on the best of sound systems, the best of stereos, you hear some crackling and hissing sounds, isn't it? There's some sound going on in the background, the hissing sound or the sizzling sound. Now, radio channels often become mixed up. When you turn on any one channel of the radio, they often get mixed up with another channel. They get disrupted. Right now, you are not talking, but just listening. You are not speaking, but you're just listening to me. Do you hear any hissing? Your ears never produce any. Have you ever realized that your ears produce any hissing sound or any crackling sound? No. Your ears hear the sound marvelously clearly. Incredibly, they hear all the sounds. Well, don't you think that your ears could have also produced crackling sound just like the stereos or radios? Yes, they could have produced, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created our ears perfectly, and we are able to listen with our ears clearly the different sounds around us without any disturbance or distortion. Allah has created our ears in such a manner that we are unable to hear certain sounds that would disturb us. For example, the sound of the blood circulation. The blood in our body flows very fast and it produces a lot of noise during its circulation process. However, our ears do not listen the noise that it makes. Our planets in the solar system, the galaxies, also produces quite a lot of noise and a very strong sound while they spin. Nevertheless, our Almighty has created our ears so ideally that we do not hear this sound. Allah is very caring towards His creation. This is the reason why throughout our lives He does not let us hear the sounds and noises that will disturb and irritate us. The noise that hurts and harms us, that causes irritation, are only the noises that we human beings create, like loud music, loudspeakers, and noises of the machines, and so on. So we should be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should be grateful to Him at every point in our life for His countless blessings, for His kindness, His generosity, and invaluable gifts. The gifts that we are blessed with, the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed upon us, we just take it for granted. So we should be thankful to Him, we should be grateful to Him, and we should always appreciate His creation. Children, I'll conclude this session over here. The remaining part we'll do in the next session. Today we have learned the science of one great God. In this, the first point was the miracles of the brain, and the second point was years without crackle.